Hey everyone, welcome back. In this video of The Social, we are going to retrieve all of the posts that we have uploaded in our previous video under our CloudFasto to The Social. If you remember, in our previous video we uploaded certain posts, that is, if I simply click on the following button, two options shall be appearing to us for gallery and camera. So after selecting camera, not gallery, here you may observe we have all of photos here. So for now, if I simply select the following photo, we are getting the following sheet, and after clicking on confirm image and have a new caption of clear sky, easy. And once we are done this, we can simply share all of our data. You may also see the tiny thing here of only constraints to the length of our caption that we have implemented in our previous tutorial. So if you haven't checked our previous tutorial, please check that out. So once you are done that, we are good to go. So for now, let's share the following image. Our today's objective is simply retrieving all of the data, that is all of the posts under our social feed. So for making that thing happen, let's move under our project folder, and here under feed we have created a field helpers and also a feed option, that is entire class. So here if you observe, we have our feed body under feed helpers, which is kinda null for now. So here under the following feed body, we shall be having a child to be a stream builder. So under the following stream builder, we shall be having a query snapshot to be the type of the following stream builder. So under the following stream builder, let's have query snapshot to be the type of the following stream builder. So first of all, let's have a stream itself. So under the stream, I shall be simply providing Firebase Firestore, that instance for the collection of all the posts. If you remember, we submitted all of our data under post, and after that, let's get all of our snapshots. So after getting our snapshot, let's construct a builder. So under our following builder, we shall be having a context and a snapshot. So under the following context and a snapshot, we shall be simply returning a one more container. But before returning any of the following widget, we shall be simply returning a loader. So here, if the following snapshot's connection state is under connection state of waiting, we shall be returning a loader. So for now, I shall be simply returning a center, and under the following center, I shall be having a size box. So under the following size box, I shall be having a height of 500, which is a static height, also a width of 400, and here we shall be having a child to be a Lottie animation. So for getting that animation, let's go under puff.yaml file, and here after having this, let's have assets, and after assets, let's have animations folder. Let's check up that folder under assets, under animations for loading.json. But before that, let's get the Lottie dependency. So here I can press Ctrl Shift P, and here let's write Lottie. Cool, so we need Lottie itself. So press Ctrl and S. So once everything is done, let's go back, and here for the child we can have Lottie itself. So under Lottie I can have Lottie.asset. So let's import the following Lottie. Alright, so under asset we can simply paste off the asset itself, which was nothing but the asset of animations. Let's check it up. Press Ctrl and S. So if the following waiting state is not under waiting, we shall be having our list view. So here let's return our else statement of return new list view. So under the following list view, first of all, let's have all the children from snapshot.data.docs and map the following docs under a document snapshot for under type of to list, and here let's have a document snapshot to be a document snapshot. Easy. Press Ctrl and S. Alright, so now we have our entire data here. So now we will be simply doing one thing, that is create one more widget for loading all the posts. I will be creating one more widget for, let's say, widget load posts, and here first of all let's have a build context to be a context, a important thing, and after having a build context we can have our snapshot, that is asynchronous snapshot, to be the snapshot itself, and after that, after providing all the arguments, we shall be simply returning a list view. So under the following list view, let's have the children to be snapshot.data.docs.map, the usual thing. Let's map it under a to list under a form of document snapshot. Cool, so here under our following list, we will be simply returning a new container. So under our container, let's have a height of media query dot of for context of size of height into 0.6. After that, let's have a width of media query dot of size of width as well. So after having both the dimensions, let's have a child to be a column. So under the following column, First of all, let's have main axis alignment. For main axis alignment of start. After that, let's have a cross axis alignment. For cross axis alignment of start as well. After having both the alignments, let's have the children. So under our column, first of all, we shall be having a child for a row for showing the user image, user name, also the caption and user email. That is the username itself. Yes, username itself. So here first of all, let's have a row. So under the following row, first of all, we shall be having a gesture detector. So under following gesture detector, I will be having a child to be a circle avatar. So under circle avatar, let's have a background color of constant colors dot transparent. After that, let's have somewhat radius. So for radius, I shall be having a radius of 20. Also, let's have background image to be a network image for showing the user image. So for network image, I will be simply writing document snapshot dot data. From this, we shall be fetching a user image. So after having the following circle avatar, let's come out of the following gesture detector. So after having the following gesture detector, under our row, we shall be having a small container for showing the caption and username. Also the following time that he has posted the data. So here first of all, let's have a width to our container. For media query dot off for a width under a size of width into 0.6. After having a width, let's have child to be a column. So under the following column, let's have main axis alignments as well. So I can copy the entire thing and paste it here. So after having main axis alignments, let's have all the children. So the first children shall be nothing but a container of all the name. Yes, I have told this before. I like to denote everything under a container for all the text. So here let's have the child for a text. It shall be under document snapshot dot data. And under the data, I shall be having username. So under our text, let's have somewhat styling. Under a text style. So under our text style, first of all, let's have a color for constant colors of green color. After having color, let's have font weight of bold one, not font family but font weight. Let's have a font size as well for 16. So after having this container, let's come out of this container and have one more container under the following column. So here I will be simply having one more column, but here let's have the caption as well. And here we shall be having the username. So now I will be simply doing one thing, that is remove the text from here. Let me explain to you. And instead of having this text, let's have a rich text. So under the following rich text, first of all, I shall be having a text under a text pan. So under the following text pan, let's have the text itself. The text shall be nothing but our entire document thing, that is username. So let's have somewhat style to be a text style. So after having the following style, we shall be having all the children. So under children, I can have a text pan. So under the following text pan, let's have the first text pan itself. So under this, let's have a text itself. The text shall be nothing but the time that the user has posted some time ago. But for now, I shall be simply having some demo time of 12 hours ago, which shall be common for all the posts. And I am using the following static time because the following topic of time ago shall be taking an entire episode. And I am going to explain you deeply about how to implement a time ago service. So for now, let's have some of following text style. Cool, so everything is done from here. So after having the main container for showing the user caption and also the username under a column along with the time ago service, we can come out of the following main container, that is the following row. Alright, under a column, let's come out of the following row. Don't forget we are under a main container which have a child to be a column, and under a column we have a row, and after that row we shall be having a big container for showing the image as well. So for showing that, let's have a new container. So under a container, let's have a height of media query, a responsive thing. Also a width for media query dot off for size of width. After that, let's have a child to be a fitted box. So under a following fitted box, we shall be having a child itself for image dot network. Under the following network, I can be simply writing a document snapshot dot data, and here I shall be having a post image as well. So here I will be simply writing post image. After having this, let's have somewhat scale for a 2. Easy. So after having the following container, let's come out of the following container. Cool, so let's come out of the following container. So after having the following container, we shall be having a row of 3 different buttons for liking the image, commenting on the image, and also rewarding the image. So first of all, so under our row, we shall be having 3 different containers for containing all the data. So here under our first container, let's have a static width of 80. So under a container, let's have a child to be a mini row. So under a following container, alright. So under a row, let's have a gesture detector. So under the following gesture detector, we shall be having a child to be an icon. So here under this icon, I can simply add font or some icons of heart. Let's have a color of constant colors or a red color which will be default. Let's have a size as well. So under size, I shall be having a size of 22. So after having the following gesture detector, we can come out of it. And after having that, let's have a text. We shall be 0 for now for showing number of likes over our post. So here let's have text style to be stylish. So after having the following container, we can simply copy the entire container from here, paste one more time and one more time. But the difference shall be about the following attributes of the following buttons. So first of all, let's have main axis alignment for a main axis alignment of start. So after having this, let's have one more thing here of alignment, paste it here. So under our second container, I shall be having a comment one, alright, not here but here. And after the third one, we shall be having an award one. Let's test it out. But before that, we shall be having a different color of yellow. And for our comments, I shall be having a blue color. You can have any color according to your choice. So after having the following container, that is a big main container of the following row, let's come out of the following row and here let's have a spacer. So after having the following spacer, we shall be showing the user a condition. So the condition shall be nothing but if the value of the post user UID, if the following user UID under our Cloud Firestore post matches to the user UID which is currently logged in under our application, we shall be showing him 3 dots. So according to the 3 dots, we shall be recognizing the following user post to be the user post of the user who is logged in. Else we shall not showing the user that the following 3 dot icons. So for that, let's code it out. So here let's have provider dot off for authentication, and also let's have listen property to false, and from this let's get user ID. If the following user ID shall be equal to document snapshot dot data, from this let's get the user UID. If the following thing shall be matching, I shall be having a icon button, easy. So here under our icon button, alright, where it is, here it is. So here under our icon button, let's have an icon. So for icon, I shall have Eva icons dot more vertical. Let's have color to it of constant colors of white, and on pressing it, nothing shall be happening for now. So we shall be showing the user the following icon, else we shall be showing the user a container. So under a container, let's have a width of 0, also a height of 0, easy as that. So once everything is done, let's check whether we are getting all of our data. But you know what, in our previous tutorial we just forget to load up the link of the post image that the user is uploading. So to make it up right, let's go under our utility under upload post, and here if you observe we have all of our data here which is our upload thing. So here we can simply have one more entity of post image. The following post image shall be simply referring to upload post image URL, but instead of this, let's have get upload post image URL which is our getter. Cool, so everything is done from here. So once we have got our post image to be the guest post image URL, if you remember, if I simply scroll up, which was nothing but a string of upload post image URL, we are good to go. So for now we can simply go under our entire method and copy the load posts, and here under else statement we can simply return the following load posts, and here it will be taking all the parameters, which was first of all a context and also a snapshot. Alright, we are getting an error. Alright, let's return, not only return. Cool, so now let's start uploading data one more time. So here I can simply go here under my gallery. Cool, so I can simply select my entire image from my gallery. Alright, first of all let's go on the debug console. So let's check this. Alright, clear it once, upload the image, it is confirm the image. Alright, image is uploaded and we have our entire URL here. So I can simply share the following image. Alright, so everything is done, and you may observe we have our entire post here which is clear sky. Now we need to make some of the changes here, so let's start with that. So for that, let's go under our feed posts, that is our load posts. So here under this, first of all we can simply go under our main row at the top and have somewhat padding to it. So here let's have padding from only, from top of 8 and also from left of 8. Let's check it out. Cool. So after that, for now, let's have somewhat background color to it for a dark color. Alright, for a blue gray color. So after that, we can simply have a container padding as well. So here I will be simply having padding from left of it. Cool. So everything is done from there. So after having the following row, let's have somewhat padding to our container as well. So here for our padding to our container, let's have padding from only for top. Easy, it is looking more cool. And after that, let's have somewhat padding to our row as well from top. Cool. So once the thing is done, let's go at the top at our height and have somewhat larger height. Cool. Everything looking more cool. But we have our tiny looking vertical icon here. So let's make it correct one. So here under our row, first of all, let's have main axis alignment. For main axis alignment of space evenly. Cool. So after that, we can simply copy the entire method, remove it from there, and have the following method done after the following container. Press Ctrl and S. Alright, so everything is looking more cool now. So once this thing is done, let's go at the top under our row and have somewhat padding from only left. Let's shade out. Alright, somewhat more padding, let's say of 16. It's all about trial and error. Let's have a 21. Cool. So after having this, we can come down here for our text and add somewhat padding to it from only left. Cool. And same thing goes for our next text. Let's have a white color. Let's have a different comment color of blue color. Let's have somewhat padding to our text from only left. And same thing for our this one. Cool. So everything looking more cool now. So we have our first of our post here. So we can simply do one thing, add one more post. So here let's go under gallery. Let's choose this image. Confirm the following image. We need to add loaders to our following widgets. Let's do that thing as well. So here instead of having a clear sky, we can have a different caption. So here instead of this, let's have a dark sky. Upload the following image by pressing share. Let's check it out. Alright, we have our second image here. Cool. So we can't scroll down, so we need to make it up right. But before that, let's go up. We have our 6.5, but we don't need 6.5. Let's try for 6.2. Cool. This is looking more cool. So we can simply go up here and have the entire height as well. So now we shall be simply doing one thing. Go under our feed. Where it is feed, here it is feed, and have somewhat background color for constant colors. Alright, we don't have constant class here. So let's have all the constant colors to be a constant colors to be equal to constant colors. And let's have some background color. Alright, blue gray color. Cool. So everything looking more perfect now. Cool. So we have all of our options present here. So after having the following changes, we can do one thing. Change the following color of our entire container. So for that, let's go under our app bar, which is somewhere top here. We can simply copy the following color, come down and have that color as well. Let's test it out. Alright, it is looking more cool. So in this way, you can simply get all of your data from Cloud Firestore after simply uploading it. Now we have completed almost a big part of our The Social today, retrieving all the posts. So I think we should keep it all for today. So in the next tutorial, we are going to add the following post, also comment it out, also give a small reward to the following user. So with that said, if you love this tutorial, please hit that like button. Also comment down all of your doubts that may be occurring while implementing all of the social for now. So with that said, I will see you in the next one while implementing the like, comment and award functionality under our social feed, that is for The Social. So I will see you in the next one with another great video. Goodbye.